It's like a representation of who she could be if she follows the path of the wolf. The lamb representing her innocence, representing Mel. This is the proverbial wolf that she speaks of in Arcane. Think about how this relates to the sort of finale of her character in Mel. That I am watching, reacting to, and breaking down the cinematic language of Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Featuring Cheryl Lee Ralph. Official music video from League of Legends. From what I understand, this is Ambessa's backstory from Arcane. Amazing show which I recently reviewed on the channel, and I can't speak highly enough of it. Absolutely transformative animation, so I'm excited to see what they cover in this video and how it's going to relate to the lore of Ambessa, possibly Mel. I'm very, very excited, so let's check it out. If you enjoy our time together, make sure to check out some of my other cinematic breakdowns, or of course my Arcane reviews. Alright, League of Legends lore masters, let's do this together. Love Arcane, and it's so much fun watching it with Aaliyah. Kind of like Dawn. Ooh. Sounds like troops marching. Oh no, she's pregnant. She's probably pregnant with Mel.
I was raised by wolves. I was born
Chills.
and I starved till there's no more mouth to feed. Hand on my throat and a blade at my feet. But the weight of the
Wow.
won't bend my knees.
So I'm gonna stop it there. That was incredibly, like, we have literally Mel. I'm gonna assume she's pregnant with Mel. You literally have the arrows of war and woundedness. Like literally, war is a part of the pregnancies right there with this character, and a part of her essentially early life for Mel, and sort of the struggle and the survival, and then we have this imagery of the wolf, which is so important in Arcane, right? And I'll try not to spoil big Arcane stuff if you guys haven't seen the second season as well. But to see this imagery right here, chills right as the vocals come in. Raised by wolves, as this wolf comes by, and it's almost like raised by wolves, almost maybe a familiarity for this just warlord, this person who's absolutely just covered in sort of the glory of battle, both winning and losing here. Familiarity. Chilling. But it's interesting because you have this sort of continuation of that theme, just war throughout the entire thing and her entire life. Wow. This sort of rage that happens with wolves too. It's almost like, what are you doing? You're not supposed to lose, you're supposed to win. You're supposed to destroy your enemies. It's interesting. So I'm really curious where this is going to lead as far as Arcane is concerned. So yeah, really, really, really awesome sort of thematic lay down for this with the lyrics, with the visuals. Beautiful song. Also the color. Stark contrast of the reds. Carved in stone. It's like a representation of her. Wow. It's like her demon. That's her. It's like a representation of who she could be if she follows the path of the wolf, you know? Wow. And this sort of stone self, the scars all over it. Beautiful, beautiful segment. So yeah, this, I mean, look at this first shot here. She kind of transforms, and this power sort of becomes. She's carved in stone. This is like all the battles have made her into this. And then of course there's this, is it a baby that she's carrying? No, it's a lamb. The lamb representing her innocence, representing Mel, right? The innocent child. And then this, again, carved in stone. She's seeing the Ambessa she could be. She embraces her fate, and this looks like, you know, her troops that are eventually in Arcane following after her. It's like they're waiting for her. It's like they're waiting for her to claim her destiny. Chilling. And then the other thing I want to note is that the scars. So look at the scars on her. Look at the coloration of the scars, like this sort of magma color, almost gold, which seems like almost like a badge of honor for a warrior, right? Scars in the battlefield, enemies that they fought, strong enemies that were able to wound them. It's a really, really cool effect. And then this has to be just like a representation of what's going on inside. And of course, the innocence of the lamb being carried, trying to protect, I would say, both her child, but herself, right? It's that last kind of shred of compassion that you cannot have if you're going to be a warlord like she wants to be. Wow. Beautiful sculptures. Incredible. And she gives it up. She just let go of her innocence. All the layers of kind of who she is. Amazing. Ooh. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Chilling. Now we have a child holding the lamb again, the innocence. Incredible stuff happening here. And this, again, it almost looks like some of the poses that she takes in Arcane. And I love the look here. It's like she knows that's what she could be. And it's a look of almost like desire. It's like, I want to be, that's what I've always wanted to be, but almost regret, right? It's almost sad. It's like, I have to become that. I have to let something go. Something has to leave me. And of course, it's going to be the innocence, right? Look at that. She let go of her innocence. Unbelievable. Great choreography too. And there it is. You see that sort of shift in almost like a sort of reluctancy in the way she's fighting, almost being overwhelmed. And look at this, just power, rage. She's ready. And this is the Ambessa. This is the Ambessa that we see in Arcane. And there was a shift. There's a clear shift in her character right there. Amazing. Incredible work. And look at the innocence being destroyed, being chipped away. And there it is. That sort of last tier of compassion. She knows what it's going to mean. And there it is, see? The scars are beautiful gold. Oh no. This is the proverbial wolf that she speaks of in Arcane. Think about how this relates to the sort of finale of her character in Mel. No, and that's it. Innocence completely gone, or maybe transformed. Wow. You can see it transformed right there. Look at this. You have this sort of crystalline structure, but of course it looks like a wolf, right? So you have this changing right here completely. Right at this point. Look at that. Being struck down and broken apart, and then of course changed. Look at those scars again. It almost look like war paint. It's like a badge of honor. It's awesome. And this is chilling. Again, the sort of silhouette. It's evocative. It's the same exact shot that we had here, right when the wolf appears. You see those two little beads of eyes. Really, really cool shot, right? Then we have here. It's a very similar thing. Awesome character reveal here, but it's like a humanoid person representing like some sort of god of battle, of war, of being ruthless. Chilling. And of course, look at the contrast. Look at the blue versus the red. This sort of pure anger. It transforms or sort of subsumes. It's a wolf. Yeah, look at that wolf head. Wow. Incredible. Look, it's almost fighting it, Wow. You see the choreography that was fighting it, and then she assumes her spot. She assumes her fate. Takes up her fate, sits down on the throne. And it's like her inner self is still mourning. And that's the end. That's what we know.
Is all I know.
Mel. Wow. Oh, that's powerful. It's almost like a portent of Mel's power eclipsing hers. It's almost like her power level eclipsing. Just a little bit of a hint of that. As the baby's eyes open, you have that. Of course, what does this relate back to? Right here. Think about it. What does this relate back to? Sort of the right there. All right. Not trying to spoil too much about Arcane, but the way the sort of power that Mel has. All right, is a little interesting tidbit there. So I think it's a very, very illustrative of things that are going to come. There's so much to talk about. I want to look at a couple of my favorite shots here, and let's look at the composition of the shots and how they illustrated them. If you're enjoying your time here, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to hop in Discord. Let's check this out. Follow on Twitch, of course, guys. This is incredible work. Like I said, right from the beginning, you have this is reality of what's happening here. We're on the battlefield. She's defeated. She's trying to survive. She's probably like trying to think of anything to cling on to. Of course, she's holding her belly. Very, very important. But we're met by this, which in this case, I think represents death. It's coming for her. How is she going to fight back against this? Well, she's going to embrace that brutality, right? She's going to become death in a way to live on. And I love this. Almost like, this almost reminds me of like the Greek Furies right here. Just screaming. And this is a very Greek scene right here, too, where she's kind of mourning, and there's a sort of classical Greek idea that women would scratch and claw their faces and make their faces bleed, mourning loved one. It's like she's almost mourning herself. It's a really, really interesting idea, right? And that's sort of her inner self, the one that was clinging to that compassion, who let it go and mourned about it. No, this is the sort of final form, right? That has been discarded. We are now a warlord that you see in Arcane. It's like, man, she is ruthless to her own children. I mean, she would probably view it as trying to make her children stronger by putting them through these terrible things, and you see why, right? Look what she had to go through. It's crazy. Yeah, really, really great stuff. I also love these shots of the statues. This first one, again, has to be one of my favorite shots. Thinking about it for a music video, relating to the lyrics so nicely. I think it's beautiful. Listen to this, right? Carved in stone. And she's, what a beautiful use of the image relating to the music. And, it's not too heavy-handed. It's very beautifully done. It almost looks like war paint. And it's that classic Fortiche Arcane studio style. There's like everything is hand painted. Beautiful. And I love this shot. It has a very subjective feel. It's very, very jarring. It's like we're getting pushed around. It's like we're the cameraman. We're getting pushed around. Whether it feels like I'm there, and it's completely overwhelming, right? Shocking. Awesome. So good. And then you can see this vision of what she's to become. And I love the reaction shot here. The cutaway is everything. That, again, right as the choir hits, let's just have this cutaway to her. Super powerful. Again, what is this expression? It's awe. It's awe a little bit, but it's also a little bit of horror, I think. And I love that because this looks like, her soldiers that are with her in the final. I love that determination as the gold sort of washes over her. Again, think about Mel's powers, right? Look at this, like a spotlight. The spotlight is on her for her to claim her destiny. It's awesome. It's shining. And of course, related to the family imagery. Just to duel these people, almost like make it through. And I love the different layers here. We have the one that's sort of overwhelmed in this like desert area. We have this carved from stone version, which is like it almost feels like her inner self. It's almost herself, stripped away of everything. Doesn't even have her weapons, even though she's fighting right now, which I think is really cool. That was an amazing shot too. Look at this transition. We have this like mask, which looks like one person, and then we realize it's a profile, and they split apart. Beautiful, beautiful work. And again, this feels like Greek Furies or something. It's awesome. Chasing her down to exact their toll, so to speak. And what a great shot this is. I wanted to pause on this one. This is a beautiful composition. I mean, this could be a classical painting. Look at this. The people kind of reaching out Are they reaching out to cast her down, to ostracize her? Are they reaching out to help her? We don't know. And look at this image. It's almost laid back, comfortable position as the people are screaming and dynamic. It's a beautiful, beautiful image that asks some cool questions. This person is begging on the ground for help, and this leader, stationary. And there's that look again. Yeah. And you can see right there the pain as she lets it go, right? It just says so much. It says so much. Like those inner versions of, I love that shot right there. Sort of inner versions of herself are not so comfortable doing all this, but you know she has to do it, you know. Great choreography here. Awesome to see the fighting style too. And this is, of course, really important because this is how she is in real life when she's like kind of going through all this metaphorical transformation. She's laying on the ground on the beach right now in the battlefield in that exact position, kind of feeling the pain. So it's almost like you can picture her, relating that pain to reality in this sense. But I love that. This thing just gets peppered with all, it's like she kind of let that get hit. The innocents get hit by everything. Yeah, the swords here. This should be a happy child holding the lamb. And she can almost tell that's because she's done that, because she sacrificed that part of herself. The same is going to be said for her children. It's going to be passed down. That pain is going to be passed down, that choice of battlefield and rage. Awesome. Yeah, and that's the morning. So good. I love the coloration too, the gold. You know, it feels like a stage, right? It feels like we're on a stage, and the stage has been set for her to claim her destiny. This is it. You have these different people she has to defeat to claim it. And she does just that. Yeah, I'm curious for the lore masters. I gotta check the dates on this, on when it released. Is she out yet? Have you guys played as her? And how is she? Really curious. Does it relate to the video? Is what I like. Is her kind of fighting style related to the video? I love this part too. Just walking right up. And this is again that different inner layer of herself walking up, and the lighting is now similar to the beginning at the beach. See that kind of grays and blues of the beach here. The lighting is now representative of that, which is cool. She's really face to face with the wolf like she was in the beginning. Yeah, just really, really nice symbolism here. Incredible symbolism. Really sort of just like a visual metaphor for what the character's going through that says so much with no dialogue and relates perfectly to Arcane. Very Greek way here. And there it is. See that expression's gone. Just sits down. Absolutely love it. Powerful, powerful sequence. And the vocals are incredible. I mean, look at this. The whole song. I love that shot right here. It almost, look at that. It's like the last cry of her humanity. And then look at this. There's this sort of like flame that washes over her. Like scans over her. Look at that. And that's it. Is now this being. How cool is that? And I want to note something here. So as we said, there's these different layers of her, right? So check this out. There was like the one on the beach. There was the one in the desert. There was the one in like the stone carved self. There was the one fighting everybody in the gold arena. Look what we have here. This version of her, right? This version of her. This version of her now exists in every layer of herself. You see that? How cool is that? And we kind of cycle through them now as she's just one unified being. I love it. And now look at this. We go from them being a challenge that she has to face to her looking like a ruler over these people. How cool is that? Just a little bit of shift in the shot. We've actually changed it from a sort of FPS view to no, let's put her at the forefront. Let's switch the perspective. And it's not subjective. Now it's we're looking on. Oh yeah, look at this grand host, clearly the leader right here. They answer to her. Beautiful. Just with this little bit of addition to the shot. And that spotlight that was shining is now on her. Awesome. There it is. And that part's chilling, man.
Is all I know.
Also, how cool is it? That's the one thing it looks like that could sort of shake her, even move her in this just stalwart new form. Is of course the child. And there it is. She wakes up and let's just watch this one more time. This kind of last segment of the music is so good. Check it out. Incredible. It's just locked in from that point on, right? Just locked in. Knows what she has to do. And it's cool because this is, of course, a sunrise. That was dawn after last night's battle. But it also looks like that golden spotlight shining on her now to claim her destiny. Yeah, gotta love it, right? Great stuff. League of Legends. Wow, I love it. Yeah, guys, if you haven't seen my Arcane stuff, again, I don't want to spoil too much here and get into specifics. Check it out. My full Season 2 review of each batch of episodes is out. And, of course, Season 1, if you want to look at those too. But thank you guys for joining me. What a pleasure this was to watch. Shout out to Fortiche. Shout out to their art style and the team that worked on this. Always a pleasure to check out and talk about their art. Also, guys, let me know what are the other League of Legends videos that I should react to. I'm trying to catch up on other awesome League of Legends cinematics that I missed. So let me know if there's anything else I should check out. There was the Heavy is the Crown video. Should I look at that one? But like I said, guys, if you enjoyed this, make sure to subscribe. We got tons of cinematic breakdowns on the channel. Follow on Twitch if you want to chat live. We just played Skyrim last night with my fiance. That was very fun. And of course, join Discord if you want to chat with the community. We have a robust community. And I'll talk to you guys very soon.